Studios. I'm Karla. I'm the designer of more than 50 quilt patterns that use both beautiful sides of fabric. Be sure to subscribe, hit like, and tap the bell. Today we're looking at a broderie purse bouquet quilt. This one is called Emily. Emily was made with both beautiful sides of one sunflower focus fabric. The Emily pattern comes with a full-size paper template of the vase, and you cut your bouquet flowers from your focus fabric. Of course, this focus fabric for Emily is sunflowers, but you could use any floral motif that you liked to make your own bouquet. You'll learn how to audition the focus fabric in your pattern, but let me explain it here too. You can see this is the focus fabric front. This is the reverse. This fabric works beautifully for a vase reverse because you can see that it's sunflowers, but it doesn't take over from the bouquet. When you start looking at both sides of fabric, you tend to get addicted to it, and you may not ever pick up fabric again without looking at the reverse. It's almost like doubling your stash. Also, the focus fabric is used for the binding, which ties everything together in your quilt. A special note about sunflowers or other florals that have dark centers. Sometimes the reverse of those fabrics can have very dark centers. For example, had that been the case with this focus fabric, this might have looked like it was avocado seeds floating around in this vase. Generally, most flowers work fine. It's only the ones with very dark centers, such as sunflowers. I designed this vase from a piece of pottery that I own that's kind of a country look, but you could put any style of flowers in this. And a larger, droopier flower bouquet might actually even cover more of the vase than what this sunflower one does. Let's look a little bit at these backgrounds because I love to throw in lots of fun different backgrounds. Starting with these two, which are identical sizes. This one is a beige batik with encouraging words: serenity, wisdom, courage. Next one above it is a white grunge with grays and light browns in it. This darker green batik accent has chicken wire in it. The left-hand corner here is a very soft white with very light beige words and just, soft designs on it. This is a toile that I love adding to this type of mix of fabrics. It's kind of a yellowy toile with brown print. Next is a tiny strip of green and beige plaid. That completes the whole bottom half of your backgrounds. So the next part we have, this was actually in my mother-in-law's stash, and I was very pleased to be able to use it in this quilt. So it is a very old version of a smaller chicken wire. The next piece here is one of your main pieces in this background, and it is a white with beige toile print on it of birds and larger trees and things. You'll actually take this large square and this strip and sew them together. Then you'll press them, cut them horizontally, and insert this accent strip, which goes all the way through here. I don't know if you can see it peeking out, which helps to give your bouquet some air and a little more lifelike look. This is a piece of Cape facet, and it's reversed. It was just slightly too much and too overwhelming to have the right side showing, so you just flip it in reverse. It's all about value. And then these two, this one is a white with gray words on it in cursive, and this is a batik. It's a pretty bold batik, but it has actual sunflowers on it, so I did want to go ahead and put that in. That's one that stands out a lot more than necessary, and if it's not to your liking, you could pick a different fabric that wasn't quite so bold. I just happen to like to make things pop and make people wonder what's going on. The whole idea of the accent strips is it pulls your eye across the quilt, but you also don't want to lose the effect of this is a big bouquet and this is my main event. And I really felt like these sunflowers were bold enough they could handle that. But you'll decide when you start laying all of your fabrics out and your blooms. Before you fuse them on, you'll know if you like that look or not. It's a lot of fun to audition fabrics, and you'll learn how to audition both sides of your focus fabric as well as both sides of your focus fabric with your background fabrics. I think in classes, that's one of the best part until it comes to arranging your bouquet. So let's talk about that. Generally, I find in class and myself, even though I've made many of these, we like to group our blooms all together real nice and neat in a nice little round segment. But it helps if you then pull them apart and let some of that air through, let some of the background show. And with these, because they have a certain, like they're facing a certain direction, I wanted them to give sort of a rounded look. So you'll just play with them and figure out if you really like them. Always take pictures before you fuse. It really helps you to see what you might be missing just with the naked eye. Two other quilts you see here are also bouquet quilts. They're also broderie purse, but they're made with very different fabrics. So be sure to look for more videos telling about each of those and how I chose the fabrics. But you can see they each have a different shape of vase. And of course you can do whatever you like. This is a larger vase, so it takes these great big blooms. This one has medium-sized blooms, but you can see all three of these have very different feels and looks, and it's fun to make these bouquet quilts. Fusible embroidery purse is very easy. Fusible embroidery purse is hard to say, but it's easy to do. Be sure to subscribe, hit like, and tap the bell. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.